was patient with it, and then took off, picked up a first down, put him in scoring position.
And certainly some concern now on the Salesianum sideline. 5 minutes to play.
Sal's are going to have to tighten up down here. They're going to have to dig in and put their goal line defense in and try to stop the Spartans.
Trips right, single receiver left out of the shotgun. Beatty in motion. Straight run for Baker. With blockers. Can't turn the corner. Excellent tackle made by Jeff Vanover.
That's what Vanover does best. Boy, I'll tell you what, he wasn't blocked, but he moves like a quarterback out of that linebacker position. A lot of quarterbacks would have outrun a linebacker there, but Jason Vanover's got some quickness. Sal's stringing out, and here comes Vanover. Shot through that hole. Nice tackle.
No gain in the play. Second and goal at the 5. 4:15 left. Sullivan in at quarterback. Baker to the sideline. Timeout on defense called by Salesianum. 4:10 to play in the fourth quarter. We'll step aside. Sal's 20, St. Mark's 14.
No one likes having their stuff taken away. But if you get caught driving without car insurance, that's exactly what could happen. The state could take away your money with huge fines. They could take away your driving privileges by suspending your license. And eventually, they could take away your car. So how can you prevent your stuff from being taken away? Simple. By giving us one thing. A call. 1-800-SAFE-AUTO. We keep you legal for less.
If you're thinking about ditching your kitchen, you won't want to miss
our floor tile installation, lighting design, and our visit to a state-of-the-art granite facility. Ditchin' My Kitchen, Sunday at 11 p.m., only on CN8.
How am I supposed to find a job without a babysitter?
Help! Life is full of problems, but finding help shouldn't be one of them. Call 211. It's free, confidential, and you can call anytime, day or night. 211. Get help. Get answers.
4:10 left. Salesianum clinging to a 6-point lead with St. Mark's at the 5-yard line. Coming up tonight after the game, it's CN8 primetime fights. Mike Jones has dispatched every opponent put in front of him so far, and he's done so in extreme fashion. 11 wins, 11 straight KOs. He stands to be the next big thing out of Philadelphia in the welterweight division. But now he faces his toughest challenger to date. He takes on the durable journeyman Pito Cardona from the new Alhambra in Philly. It's CN8 primetime fights coming up after the game. And it's a game that is now in a tie mode with an extra point pending as DeMacy scores from 5 yards out to make it 20-20. Wow, what a comeback by the Spartans.
Unbelievable comeback, and that's the way these games have been over the years. And now I said early on that extra point could become a factor, and is it ever going to become a factor?
Kyle Sullivan, 2 for 2 tonight, 20 for 20 on the season, 21 out of 21, and the Spartans have erased a 20-point halftime deficit.
Got to give him credit. They came out and really played hard this second half, and the Sals have kind of fallen asleep both offensively and defensively, except for Sal Viscount's long run there in the beginning of this quarter. Sals have not been able to put it together. There's the play right there. Great play by DeMacy, bouncing off of tacklers, getting into the end zone. Here it is again, initial hole, but from the 2-yard line in, it's all DeMacy.
Second touchdown of the game, 5th of the season, and for the Spartans, their 3rd touchdown in 12 minutes and 22 seconds.
He just didn't bounce off of anybody. That was Jeff Vanover, who's the Sal's top defensive linebacker there, that he bounced off of, went in for the score.
And John Wilson's defense, though, still not done after that 7-play, 80-yard drive. The big play was the hookup to Hagan for 45 yards. Sullivan will send it away. He slips on the kickoff. This is going to give the Sal's pretty good field position as Kevin Kilpatrick on the return to the 40-yard line. Remember, this is a team that doesn't throw a whole lot. That doesn't mean the Sal's can't put the ball in the air. And they still have a lot of time with 4 minutes.
That's one thing. Brady Breidenbach can throw the football. They just don't. And he may, was this a slip or was this intentional? No, he slipped. You're absolutely right, Steve. Good catch. He slipped. I kind of wondered if they were trying to squid it.
So one of the few breaks the Sal's have gotten here in the second half. Breidenbach with the backs in the eye. He'll keep it on the ground with Viscount off the left side. He'll pick up 3 to the 43, second down and 7.
Sal's are going to have to throw the ball here sooner or later. They pick up about 3 on that play. They can't pound it out. They don't have the time to do it. St. Mark's defense has been good all night and not allowing a big play. Just starting to rain slightly here, which will have some impact on the game going forward.
Viscount, 3 more before being pushed backwards to the 46-yard line. The Sal's with a 3rd down and 4.
As you can see in the lights, the rain's starting to come here.
But the good news is it's still rain.
Yeah. Earlier in the week, they said that might be flurries. Clock becoming a factor for the Sal's.
3 minutes to go on the St. Mark's sideline. Euphoric right now. Breidenbach under pressure will go down. Frank Flanagan, his second big play of the second half. It'll be 4th and 10 back at the 40-yard line.
Flanagan gaining confidence as the game went on. Second big play, second of this half. Wow, what a turn of events. Breidenbach never had a chance to get set up. Flanagan's on him right away. Can't get away from him. I tell you, he's like he's tackling a bear.
Need to get to midfield to keep the drive alive. Breidenbach throws the screen short to Viscount, and he will break a couple tackles but be 5 yards shy with 2:10 to play.
Great effort by Sal Viscount, but he just couldn't get it done on 4th and 10.
McAllen and the defense have been great here in the second half.
It might be raining, but nobody's left the stadium, Steve. The fans are still in their seats because they know that these two teams, anything could happen.
Still 2 timeouts remaining for the Sal's. They need the football back with 2:10 to play. Remember, we talked about this right from the top. The Sal's in pretty good shape getting into the postseason, but not guaranteed. And meanwhile, St. Mark's still mathematically alive, but a long shot to get in. Here's DeMacy. He stopped for a loss. It'll be 2nd and 11. If you want to see this one again, and it's shaping up to be a classic, don't forget this one and all CN8 high school and college football broadcasts are available absolutely free to all Comcast customers on video on demand. All you have to do to get started is click Get Local. This one will be worth watching a couple times. 1:40 to play. 2nd and 11.
St. Mark's letting the clock run.
Beatty goes in motion. DeMacy again, trying to secure the football. He'll pick up 5 to the 41, and Bill DiNardo will take one of his 2 timeouts here with 1:24 left. He did it the right way. Got to let him go on 1st down. Use your timeouts on 2nd and 3rd downs. These two teams doing battle again tonight in a spirited rivalry. 2 programs that seem to send a lot of players onto the college level.
Spartans, you see right there, sending a lot of guys locally. Delaware, Widener, Westchester, and Gettysburg. Wesley, a lot of guys just playing locally, not going too far from home. And for Sally's, Andrew Zerb, a big game tomorrow against Temple at Penn State. He's being redshirted. Michael Phillips at Lafayette, Tim Basell at Villanova. Gene Deladon, great quarterback here at Middle Tennessee. Matt Gillen at Millersville.
His sister, a pretty good basketball player, Elena Deladon, will be featured on CN8 during the basketball season, which will be starting very shortly. Stay tuned for that. What an outstanding player, Elena Deladon.
Maybe the best in the country. Huge play here for both teams.
Third down and 5. Baker will keep. He'll get dragged down by John Boyd. And Bill DiNardo will take that final timeout with 1:19 to play.
What do? Do you punt it? You run the ball one more time?
Let's get back to basketball for one moment. Coming up in February on our coverage, what a doubleheader we have. Girls game features the #1 player in the country, Elena Deladon, Ursuline Academy. Game number 2, Tyreek Evans of American Christian, the #1 boy player in the country. They'll both be featured on Scene 8 coming up in February.
Same day. Wow. Back to back.
And to answer your question, I think you punt here. If you don't get it on 4th down, you give them pretty good field position.
And that's what they're going to do.
And you have such a good athlete in Sullivan. Back there as the punter. You figure he's going to make a good decision. Let's see if the Sals send anybody deep.
They really need to block this.
Viscount and Tucker will go back. Not a whole lot of pressure. High short kick. It's going to go out of bounds at the 22-yard line. 1:12 to play.
There's Coach Donardo talking to Brady Breidenbach. He's going to have to throw the ball now with 1:12 seconds left and look for St. Mark's to pin their ears back and go after him. One of the things that Brady is probably not very talented at, he doesn't have quick feet, so he'll be pretty stationary in the pocket.
St. Mark's will take a timeout here. 1:12 to play, up by a point. Salesianum has it 1st and 10 at its own 22-yard line. While we have a moment, send out some thank yous to Andy Roy, the facilities here at Baynard Stadium, to St. Mark's Athletic Director Tom Rosa, and to our halftime guest, Rich Long from DEPreps.com, who's also doubling as our stat man tonight. Many thanks to them for all of their help. Also, we have a very happy birthday to send out this weekend. Running the graphics in the truck, Jillian Syme. Her grandma, Hazel Earl, is over from Ireland to celebrate this weekend her 85th birthday.
Wow.
So happy birthday to Hazel, and we wish you many, many more. Plenty of time for Breidenbach. Over the middle, intercepted by Baker at the 42-yard line. Baker will seal it for the Spartans.
Here's the play. Breidenbach lets the pass go. It's a little bit high. Great athletic play by Baker. They're sitting back there. They're waiting for the pass. Interception. This is going to be one of the best wins in the history of St. Mark's football.
They need to snap it twice more. Without a mistake, they'll have Hagan back deep as the safety man. This was a 20-0 game at halftime. St. Mark's, 0 rushing yards, no first downs, and what a turnaround here in the second half.
And for want of a celebration in the end zone, that is where this game is going to be lost by 1 point. There might not be another celebration in the end zone as long as Bill Donardo is coach at Salesianum.
It went from your routine extra point to a 34-yard extra point. It is the difference as the Spartans don't have to snap it again. The clock will run out in Wilmington. The final score, St. Mark's 21, Salesianum 20. silent home sideline at halftime is anything but that right now. An amazing comeback by the Spartans, scoring 21 points in the second half, and they upend Salesianum here at Baynard Stadium. The final score, St. Mark's 21, the Sal's 20. Stay tuned. We've got our post-game show coming up next.
Getting your home ready for the holidays is a big deal, but Empire makes it easier with our hassle-free holiday sale. Save 50% on the best brand names in carpet. If you call right now, we'll bring a great selection to choose from and install next day. You'll save 50% with no payments till 2009. Even get a free turkey. Beautiful carpet, 50% off, no hassles. Call today.
800-588-2300 Empire.
Today.
Looking for something to do with your kids that's fun, safe, and family-friendly? It's the Kids Bop World Tour, presented by the all-new Dodge Grand Caravan. Kids Bop is a real rock concert for kids, including a live band and kids performing today's most popular hits in a clean, family-friendly way. Dance in the aisles and sing along with your kids in an experience they'll never forget.
Kids Bop rock!
Don't miss Kids Bop World Tour at the Wachovia Spectrum, November 24th. Tickets on sale now at the box office and at ComcastTIX.com.
We went around swapping people's vehicles for 1 week. We didn't tell them we were from Ford. We told them it was market research.
I swapped my Toyota Camry for the Ford Fusion for a week. The way the car handles, there's definitely some pickup to it. I haven't felt it switch gears once. It's been so smooth. It's fun. I mean, it's a very fun car to drive. The quality of the drive is so good.
Now, sign and drive. Lease an 08 Fusion for just $245 a month with zero due-it signing, 0 first month's payment, and 0 security deposit at your Quality Plus Ford dealers.
If your organization is seeking a speaker who can inspire, motivate, enlighten, and entertain an audience, Kevin will...
If you think you're beaten, you are. If you think you dare not, you don't. If you like to win but you think you can't, it's almost a cinch that you won't. Corporate careers won't last 25 to 30 years anymore. How do you motivate today's employees? They told me I'd never be able to jog in a race again. I finished 5 half marathons and 1 full marathon. Guess what? The experts can be wrong.
Steve Degler and Kevin Riley back at Baynard Stadium in Wilmington, Delaware. What a finish tonight. St. Mark's down by 20 at halftime, scores 21 in the second half to beat Salesianum by a score of 21-20. And joining us on the field right now, a very happy man, the head coach of the Spartans, John Wilson. Coach, congratulations. What did you say to these guys at halftime?
Well, we didn't say much. They said it themselves. I mean, we came out and we looked like they looked like they were moving the line of scrimmage on us. You know, we just talked to them about playing tough, playing hard, tackling and blocking. We really couldn't change much. We only had 12 offensive plays, so we had to stick with what we originally practiced, and we went with that.
Coach, one of the things that you did better in the second half is you didn't put yourself in a hole. That first half, you were in a hole every time you started an offensive set, either by a penalty or field position. So starting the second half in good field position really helped you out. But I saw a lot of confidence in the second half from the players, especially after you got a couple first downs.
Yeah, you're right. You know, these seniors, we only have 9 of them, and I think they made their push there to try to get some momentum. And once we got some momentum, it seemed like we just rode the wave and went from there. But it was a total team effort, and I'm really proud of these guys.
Coach, as much as your offense came to life in the second half, scoring the 21 points, how big was the effort of your defense to keep the Sal's off the board after halftime?
Oh, absolutely big. I mean, the defense played a lot much better. We tackled upstairs, and we started to move Viscount backwards a little bit a couple times. It seemed like the first half, he was moving forward every time 4 or 5 yards, and they were converting, I think, 4 fourth downs, 5 first downs the first half, and it was big for us to make plays on defense and make a big play, make a big stop when we had to.
Coach, even in the first half, though, when the Sal scored 21 points on you, that defense was bending, but they weren't breaking. They didn't give up any really big plays. You got to be happy the way they played tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. This is, you know, I don't know what happens after tonight. I think, you know, we're not going to make the tournament, but this is good for our underclassmen to go in next year with some confidence. And, you know, it's a great way for our seniors to go out if this is our final game.
And, Coach, finally, this is a team that you had not beaten since 2003. You break a 4-game losing streak in this big rivalry. From that aspect, how important is the win for your program?
Oh, it's huge. And you know what? I'm really happy for the kids because they've earned it. They've, you know, they put the work in. you know, in the off season and all the way through up to the season. We had some tough breaks, starting out 1-3, and then finishing the way we did was tremendous on our teams.
All right, Coach, thank you so much for taking the time. Congratulations on the big win.
Thank you.
That is John Wilson, the head coach of the Spartans, who pull out this 21-20 victory after trailing 20-0 at halftime. Just quite a performance for them tonight.
I told you not to go away at halftime.
That's right.
You never know what's going to happen with this ball game. It's really been an exciting series so far, and another one's just going to go down in history as one of the most exciting games in the series.
Well, so many heroes for the Spartans in the second half. We're joined by one of them right now, sophomore quarterback Brandon Baker, who had the interception that sealed this. Brandon, congratulations on the victory. You're a guy who's kind of new to this rivalry. What was the whole experience like for you?
It was a great experience. Last year I got to play some basketball. I was on the team, so we had win as a rivalry, and it's just, there's nothing like it. No game you come out there with this much energy. It's unreal.
Brandon, we know that you know a lot of the guys on the Salesianum team. This really comes down to bragging rights and pride for a year. We were getting your headshots earlier, and you were talking to Sal Viscount. What will you talk to him about after tonight's game?
I mean, Sal went to the same grade school as me. I mean, I was on the same team as him when I was in 4th grade. He was in 6th, and our parents are like their friends and all. So I mean, a lot of the kids from Sal's, they all played CYM. So a lot of these kids are just friends that I haven't seen in a while, and it's nice playing out there with them. But when you're out there, I mean, you're not friends. It's business.
Brandon, you guys were down 20-0 at halftime. Certainly a big hole. You come back with the 21 points in the second half. Coming out of the locker room, what was the mindset of the team?
I mean, the mindset of the team was just play your heart out for the seniors and try to win back all your pride. Because right there, I mean, when you're down 20-0, we just felt like, damn, like there wasn't much we could do. But, I mean, we were just playing for pride and for the seniors. And after we scored those 2 touchdowns, we said we had a chance to win this game. So,
Brandon, one final question for you. It looked like you guys, underclassmen, a lot of underclassmen on the team, might have been a little nervous in the first half. You certainly look like you were at ease and very much more comfortable in the second half. Is that true?
I mean, the first half, I don't really think we were nervous because a lot of us, we've been waiting for this game all week. But, I mean, we were so excited that, I mean, maybe we came out and, I mean, I don't even know. Like, I guess we were a little bit nervous, but we were mostly just excited. And came out of the second half, I guess we had nothing to lose, so we just played our hearts out.
Oh, Brandon, you're only a sophomore. You get a chance to experience this rivalry, leading your team to a come-from-behind victory tonight. You've still got 2 more shots at these guys. What kind of excitement will you have over the next couple of years playing against the Sals again?
I mean, this is the first time in a couple years we beat them, so I guess this time they got to take the stick from us. So, I mean, now it's just on us to keep the wins on our side. Next year, we had a real young team, so I'm real excited for next year. I can't wait to get back out on the football field.
All right, congratulations on a come-from-behind victory tonight. Thanks for taking the time, and best of luck to you.
All right, thank you, sir. Have a good day.
21-20, the final here tonight. We take a look at the numbers, and St. Mark's didn't get a whole lot of yards tonight, outgained 271 to 204, but big second half for Baker, 6 out of 7 for 105 yards and a touchdown.
But what a turnaround. St. Mark's only had 12 yards in the first half. They come back and they put up over 180 yards in the second half. The Sals slowed down. It almost looked like the Sals kind of want to sleep in the second half. I mean, it was a tale of 2 halves. The first half, it was all Salesianum. In the second half, it was all St. Mark's. And another classic St. Mark's Salesianum game.
One of the amazing things, they only had the football for 19 minutes and scored 21 points. That's something that's very hard to do.
Well, you know what? When they got hot, they got hot. They started connecting in a couple of those passes, and DeMacy started getting first downs by running, and they had good field position in the second half. That made a big difference. But I think Brandon said it best. They came out and they were very comfortable. Maybe they were a little too excited in the first half, and sometimes excitement leads to mistakes, and that certainly happened to the Spartans in the first quarter.
Well, the Spartans 5-5 to finish the season, if their season is indeed done. Only 7 seniors on this team. A huge win tonight. How does that help them build momentum going into next season?
Oh, I think it's huge. I think when you got a guy coming back as their their sophomore quarterback, you know, this kid plays more like a junior or a senior, and this is going to give them a lot of confidence. The Sals have 32 seniors, so they're going to have to rebuild next year. So for this rivalry, it's going to be another great game next year.
The Sals right now still in the playoffs. There was a possibility they could be knocked out depending what else happens this this weekend. Supposing they do get in, they've won 2 straight state titles. What kind of mindset are they going to have coming off a tough loss like this?
Well, you know what? Maybe it's good you have a tough loss like this, because if they do get in, they'll be going, we got in spite of not playing our best second half. And, you know, the penalty, you look back on it, it looked trivial at first. They're up 20-0. You know, too much celebration in the end zone. That'll never happen again. I can rest you assured when Bill Baynard gets a hold of the team. But, you know, this is the kind of thing that sometimes when you have a season, a regular season ending on a note like this, sometimes it gets you energized for the playoffs. So we'll wait and see. But guess what? The Sal's aren't in charge of where their destiny leads now at the playoffs.
And I know you've been around this rivalry a long time. Quickly, you're not surprised by this turn of events at all, are you?
This we've won a couple games like this, and they've won a couple games like this. This is what's great about this rivalry.
Well, a big comeback in the second half. The Spartans scored 21 points, and they beat the Sal's tonight by a score of 21-20. The Spartans 5-5 on the season. The Sal's, they fall to 6-4. Thanks to my partner, Kevin Riley, our statman, Rich Long, producer, Brian Morrow, director, Drexel Wright, and our entire CNA crew. Steve Degler saying so long from Baynard Stadium in Wilmington, Delaware. The final score, once again, the Spartans of St. Mark's 21, the Sal's of Salesianum 20. Thanks for watching Varsity Game Night on CNA, the Comcast Network.